welcome to a new episode of the Hero Wars Jungle. Soleil, a powerful holy priest with new support abilities, but is he great or just a money grab? Soleil increases the survivability for the frontline, and he has also some strong damage skills. He makes your team stable and dangerous at the same time. It's not so easy to see his potential, so let's check his skills together. Wow, he looks here so glorious. A touch of gay but more glorious. His best supporting skill is his halo. You can imagine it's like a shield but has an endless capacity. Soleil casts this halo to the frontmost ally and the duration is 8 seconds. The affected hero cannot be stunned, blinded or silenced, and the halo reflects it even. Just wow. Don't forget, it's not a shield. It reduces just the taken damage for each single hit separately. The word taken damage is a little bit misleading, only the potential attack will be reduced, not the real taken damage. We have two different values and I use 100,000 magic attack for the calculation. The first one is for not completely penetrated physical attacks. That means the penetration value of the attacker is lower than the armor of the halo affected hero, and it counts also for any magic or pure damage. The second one is only for completely penetrated physical attacks. For them we get a double reduction, which is very nice. So let's look at it in action. Lara penetrates Cleaver completely and does 70,000 damage. Soleil casts his green skill very early and Cleaver gets now the halo. Lara's basic attacks are fully absorbed now. The block text appears and crits are not possible in this case. This big absorption happens because of the double value. Once the tank has more armor or it's a magic or pure attack, then we will see the normal reduction effect. The biggest problem is that only the potential attack will be reduced and not the lost life damage. If you have seen my previous damage video, then you know that the damage calculation has 3 parts. On the left side is the potential damage, and this has to go through the defensive values before the damage results in lost life. The halo is a part of the defense in the middle, but the calculation starts earlier than the reduction for armor. That means we can only influence the final potential attack and not the real lost life. Yeah, not so easy to understand. My Corvus has a bigger armor value and we see directly the reduced damage. It was before 70,000. My Soleil has a value of 40,000 for the normal reduction and he casts his skill. We would expect now a 7,000 strong hit, but the reduction is only about 27,000. So not so great anymore. But the halo has some additional tricks. Lara tries to stun and we see this nice reflection. Lara stuns herself and Corvus is immune. The funny thing, the duration of the reflection is always 3 seconds. That means 1 second stuns mutate to 3 second stuns. Very nice. I've made some comments about magic and pure damage. This halo takes them all, and that is very great for a specific synergy. It's Kayla and her inner flame skill. Normally she would lose life over time and Corvus Altar would do a lot of pure damage too. But you see, everything gets absorbed, so a pretty insane combo. And we have another, let's call it trick, probably an unknown bug. I've presented on Julius' release how strong his shield is, but they changed it right after my video. So what's going on here? Soleil's halo absorbs the damage before it reaches Julius' shield, and that's crazy. It makes Julius' shield again to a strong shield and the capacity of the halo is endless, don't forget this fact. And he reflects still the stuns. very overpowered. If you think it's the normal way, then look at Judge. Let's wait for a clear moment. We see even the block text, but the shield capacity gets smaller. So shields and the halo have normally no synergy. What about dodge? And we see not a single dodge while the halo is active, which is a known behavior. As long as the attack is fully absorbed, there's nothing left to dodge, and this means for Octavia teams no extra energy. But there's something I have to mention. The halo is not perfect. If we have heroes with a high physical attack but a low penetration value, then you will get some damage which can even crit. For this particular case, the dodge synergy works perfectly. So Soleil's green skill is very awesome and has additionally a really short cooldown. The front hero gets an amazing strong support, and when I say hero, yes, it affects only heroes. Nevertheless, he has some more tricks. His blue skill. It's a damage skill with a big multiplier. He marks a central enemy for 15 seconds, and whenever the marked hero uses one of his skills, he gets punished. If it's a skill with the keyword control, then it does additionally big damage. Soleil casts the skill right after his halo, and we see the star over Daredevil's head. Basic attacks won't trigger the marked damage, but when she's using her green skill, it does immediately damage. The great thing, the ultimate counts as skill, and when the damage is big enough, then you can even interrupt it. Very insane. But this was the normal damage. If a control hero gets the mark and you are able to penetrate him completely, then look what happens. Wow, 130k, and even before we see the Stonegrass control skill. So it triggers super fast and it's so amazing strong against control heroes. Look how Andvari gets killed, and this happens totally passively. By the way, the additional damage will be just added to the normal one, so it looks now like one big number, but these are two, just summarized. So let's see how it works with Nebula's crazy boost. Oh yeah, amazing. The weird thing, I guess we have here a little bug. When Andvari uses his ultimate, it triggers twice. The normal one and then the boosted one on top. So in total like a 200% instead of 150% hit. Other heroes don't have this double damage number. Okay, how can we use this skill on offense? Here an amazing move how to use this like a pro. Nebula boosted Soleil and his marks goes to Lara. Boom, bam, down, crazy. And also in the defense, a great weapon, especially in an Octavia team, because your opponent wants to stun the dodgers. But the mark hits often perfectly the control hero, like here Arachne. So he takes out a good option to beat this team, and the reflection of stuns or blinds is crucial too. Soleil's violet skill, the blessing of the ancient god, oh yeah. An active skill which buffs the allies in front of Soleil. It increases damage and healing for 7 seconds. The values are not very big, but for each control effect it stacks. It's a perfect skill for Ishmael. The class skills make it very hard to analyze the workflow. First hit with 2 warrior buffs, and the lamp with those multiple waves is his violet skill. Ishmael's damage is now increased. And again, is this effective damage or potential damage? 21,000 with a crit, so 10,000 on a half for a non-crit. Soleil's buff is up and we see only 12,000 damage. That means the damage will be added before the armor reduces it. What about the healing effect? Normally Ishmael heals himself for 120% of his damage. But once the armor of the tank is too big, he gets almost no healing. Soleil's skill is up, Ishmael's damage is very low, but Soleil adds the healing on top, which is a good help. It's not the game changer, but more than without buff, and a good assist if the tank has a lot of armor. This brings us to his last skill, his ultimate. He steals perfectly the defense values from the nearest enemy and distributes the amount among all allies. The stolen value is not that big, but not bad either. The interesting part, it does damage too, and the multiplier is again very huge. That makes Soleil to another type of supporter. He makes the team more stable, but also dangerous at the same time. His artifact provides additional magic attack and boosts his skill before it will be applied. Unfortunately, it takes some time before he sets up his first skill, but it can be a real killing move. The more magic attack you add, the bigger the damage and the reduction. If we go back to my low Ishmael, we see that he has no chance against Arachne's armor, but with the assist of Soleil's ultimate, he can do full damage. Because of their high multipliers, Nebula is his perfect ally. She has an amazing high magic attack boost, and this value is even calculated with a normal level 40 glyph. So a max Nebula has much more power. And Iris is also a great addition for Soleil. He has not the highest magic penetration value, and Iris' green skill reduces the magic defense quite well. Unfortunately, the positioning between those three heroes is not perfect, but Nexus made here a little mistake which causes a very strong synergy. Nebula boosts normally the nearby allies, so in this case it should be Luther and Soleil. If you look closer, Iris gets the boost of Nebula instead of Soleil. That makes Iris extremely strong, and Soleil's mark benefits by the much higher magic defense reduction. Let's replace Soleil with another hero. Heidi stands also between Nebula and Iris, and we see Heidi's getting the boost. It makes a difference, and I guess it will be much weaker after fixing this issue. On the other hand, it will increase the magic attack of Soleil, so hard to guess how it will affect the counter. But this boosted Iris does here a great job in this setup. So in conclusion, Soleil is a strong supporter with nice damage skills. His usage is very versatile and you can combine him everywhere. Let's enjoy this last fight, how he is able to eliminate Nebula easily. Her basic attack is converted into a skill which triggers every time his mark. So don't underestimate him and be prepared to use him or to beat him. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Peace.